Welcome. Today we are going to talk about sustaining a healthy lifestyle and going over some strategies and tips that might help you just better yourself and your overall wellness. So, essentially, a healthy diet is really just making sure your cholesterol, your blood sugar levels, and your weight is at a normal rate for yourself. And that would be something that you would check with your physician. You want to make sure that you have enough endurance and energy throughout the day. And by doing so, you'll be able to help your body be more well and possibly prevent certain illnesses and help you in the long run to live longer. So, some tips and strategies that we would like to discuss maybe a little bit about keeping your plate healthy and having the proper amounts of foods like fruits and vegetables, having potentially half of your plate being fruits and vegetables. Other side of your plate would be a portion of protein as well as some grains. So, we really are looking to make sure that we're getting that overall plate with each meal or a snack to have half of it being fruits and vegetables. All of those colors in your diet are really what's healthy for you and will keep you moving throughout the day.
When it comes to grains, you want to have half of your grains every day be whole grains. So that means you're going to have to read the label and see exactly what is in the food you're purchasing in the supermarket. Look for whole grains in brown rice and multigrain products like pasta and bread. When it comes to calcium rich foods like milk, cheese, yogurt, make low fat choices whenever possible. Our bodies do need the calcium, but we don't need the high fat that comes along with it. Again, reading labels will help you to get the most nutrition you can out of your money. Be careful about salt, not consuming too much salt. And I'm sure you've heard this many times over. Salt is hidden in so many ingredients. Again, reading the label is super important. Know what's in your foods. If your doctor tells you you're on a sodium restricted diet, you have to be very good at reading labels and purchasing foods that are reduced in sodium. Another tip would be not adding salt to your food at the table. And if you've been doing adding salt at the table for years, it's maybe a little difficult to do at first, but don't even have salt on the table. And salt your foods, season your foods with various herbs and seasonings that are salt free if possible. Be careful about foods that are supersized. Now, I know we've probably heard a lot about this over the years, but in our society, our portions are way out of control and distorted. General rule of thumb is what would fit in the palm of your hand would be a serving, about a half cup of a fruit or a vegetable. So keep that in mind when you're out to dinner at a restaurant or a diner and you see the serving sizes that you're given. How about meat, Rachel? What would you have to say about that?
We're really looking for a 3 ounce portion of meat, and that would be typically for chicken or steak, something along those lines, about the size of a deck of cards. That's a standard size. That's about 3 ounces. Typically, at a restaurant, you're probably getting at least twice that. So, one way you can kind of conserve that portion would be to cut it in half right at the table. Sort of know that you're going to take it home for another meal and have a doggy bag taken home with you. And if you're eating fish, a steak, some type of fish that is the steak, again, it would be the same size. Or if it's a flatter fish like flounder or something like that, it's about the size of a checkbook. So it's a little bit longer and a little bit thinner. So those are great sizes to keep in mind when you're looking at proteins. Some other simple strategies for maintaining your health is just making sure you're staying healthy overall, keeping your hygiene up to check, making sure you're washing your hands, not spreading germs, making sure you're being physically active as well so that you're able to keep your body fully functioning. Your activity will help focus your brain, help your heart rate, help your digestive tract. So making sure you keep that into your daily activity as well. Some of the other things maybe is possibly keeping your skin in check as well, wearing sunscreen out in the sun, making sure you're buckling up in the car, keeping a lower risk for vehicle related injuries, making sure when you are doing other active sports, you're using the protective gear that's needed there. Always, we talk about reducing the use of tobacco and possibly smoking cessation, and making sure if you're working in a loud area in your job, using the ear protection wear that they would have for you to lower the noise level as well. But it's overall, when we're talking about sustaining a healthy lifestyle, we're looking to reduce our blood pressure, helping our cholesterol, making sure our body is at a healthy weight, and overall wellness. So, we're trying to make sure that all of the things we do daily help get to the goal of a longer, healthier life.